Hey fam, you're listening to Becoming You, the podcast for adults figuring it out. Now let's get into it. I'm an adult. What am I supposed to do?
Happy Lovers Weekend, guys. It's the week of love, Valentine, and whatever. How was it on your end?
I was worried. I worked the whole time. Yeah.
You were just working. No dates.
Like this lady wear red heels, red dress. I'm like, stop it now.
I saw how your WhatsApp status too, and I was like, this love is strong.
I was busy hating. All weekend. But it was good. Work was good for me, and that's the best part.
How do you guys like? Do people take, apart from that lady that wore all red, do people take Valentine like very seriously in Ghana? Do they?
Yeah.
Do they dress and go out and?
I was surprised. It was my first official Valentine. I think last year Valentine, I just went out briefly. So when I saw them, like men wearing red, like they took the red attire. I'm like, okay.
The last time I wore red for Valentine was like, I think secondary school, yeah. But unfortunately, we had Carnival, like Brazilian Carnival here as well. And I wasn't thinking that it was going to be around the same period as Valentine's. The fit I chose for Carnival was actually red. So looking back at the pictures now, it looks like I'm trying to be on theme, like I'm trying to dress the part. And I'm like, no, it's not Valentine's Day in Brazil. I think Valentine's Day in Brazil is June 12th or so. Our own MKO Democracy Day. Yeah. It's not February 14th. Yeah. So I get to celebrate multiple Valentine days actually. Celebrate February 14th and June 12th and everything. So how are you? Like apart from like work. How are you? How was last week? What did you get up to?
I was working. I'm always working. Now I work 2 jobs. I just opened a new business, as you already know, but let me just put it out there. I just opened a new my own talk company, and it's been
I'm seeing a lot of A on this episode because I want to sound Ghanaian.
I also manage a restaurant, and we have high level of clientele, high level of expectations, and all of that. So yeah, it's been hard combining both, but we're pushing. So that's just it. Work here, work there. Work here, work there.
You know what? Like, I think it's good that you touched on like your work life because I could as well just go into introducing you. So, in case you're wondering, who is this babe talking? I don't know why she's not talking to us with a Ghanaian accent, though.
It will come out. It will definitely come out. Don't worry about that.
I want to bring it out of me right now. Okay, let me try. So, you guys, we have this word I want to say is Yoruba, so there's no way the Ghanaian accents can come out. We have Ajala the Traveler on today's episode. Her name is Selina. She's. Are you Nigerian? You're Nigerian Ghanaian, or you're Ghanaian and you just stayed in Nigeria for a while? Which
dual? So I use dual citizenship. So I'm both Nigerian and Ghanaian.
Okay, so she's Nigerian Ghanaian. Like she has said, she loves working and she works in like the tourism space, tourism hospitality space, just ensuring that people are having a great time. She loves to ball. She's an outsider as well, but her outside life has been a bit shaky with work. She's always working. Like we are friends, we have to calculate when to talk to her. Like, can we call you? Can we check up? Can we do this? Can we do that? I don't know if I did introduce you properly, or would you like to like introduce yourself? I know you've spoken about your business, you've spoken about managing the restaurant. I think that's all, right?
That's all. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. And recently, what did you say? It's breaking from your end, Mabin.
Everything.
Okay. And recently, my friend traveled. She traveled to Kenya and Rwanda. Only you were choking us on Snap like, bro, you traveled on a business. Hey. Hell, come and show us the way. What's the way? What's going on?
The airport.
How was your time? How was your time at Kenya and Rwanda? Did you like it there?
I did. It was good. It was really good. The only problem was I don't think I prepared myself for the change in weather. I felt sick. I felt very sick, and I couldn't really enjoy myself.
Sorry. Oh, so sorry.
Accra is hot, and I like it.
Village girl. You're used to the sun that comes with Ghana and Nigeria. Very hot places. Is the sun in Ghana hotter than that of Nigeria? Do you think it's hotter in Ghana than in Nigeria?
Yes. in Ghana is hotter than that's of Nigeria.
I mean, you guys are your skin tone is kind of like darker than ours, so we can tell. Do you think the sun also gives like? Do you think the sun also gives bum bum? This is very stupid. Also, is it like the closer you get to the sun?
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't bum, but I don't know. I think Ghanaians are just blessed that I'm not a part of those blessed.
You
I don't
are
have,
though. Have you seen your
I,
shape?
it's just there. I feel it's just there. Do you know the number of big bottom that I see in Ghana? Like a lot of hair. Like I hair as a lady. I'm like,
It's a big bottom. I was thinking about this thing one day. I was like, I don't know why we all don't have it like equally, like same size of bum bum, same hair, same all those special features. Like it's just nice. Why do some people have to have like extra? Then some people don't have at all. It's unfair. It's not nice.
God's favorite. Right.
But yeah, let me quickly talk about my own Valentine's Day before we go into like today's conversation. So it's where for some reason I didn't feel like social media pressure this year. It felt like I don't know, maybe because I wasn't on Instagram as much. I didn't see any like it was just there. I don't know on your end, was it the same thing?
It was. It was. Looks like this Valentine was calmer, and a lot of
Yeah.
just them. People just enjoying their own Valentine. So I think it made life easy for we the single ones. I'm not talking about, but we very easy.
I mean, but yeah, sadly, like, I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned on the pod before. I'm in a long distance, so I couldn't really do anything. But then I have two Valentines. Like, I have two people. So if one is unavailable, there's another one available. I have the Saya went on a date. So it's also like, not like a date per se, but we just went to like buffet. Guy, I ate. I ate. And it was really good. Like I really look forward to the next one I get to spend with my like romantic partner. But it was really nice also like spending the Galentine as they call it these days. Galentine and June 12th again we'll have another Galentine. I'll be celebrating these things two times. Yeah, other than that, I went for the carnival as well. I went for carnival on Friday nights, bro. My eyes saw something. There are a lot of cultural shocks that I'm getting used to. So here during carnival, like people are free spirited, people are like they are willing to risk it all in terms of like having fun. Having fun. Okay, so when we went for the I wouldn't say for the it's like a street type. It's not the real type that you see on online most times where they are having like parades and stuff. This one is like street carnival. So we're on. I went with like friends. I went with two friends, a guy and a girl, because the guy we need protection, and the girl so that we are just like two girls and stuff. So we went together, three of us, and while we were having fun and all, we saw people actually passing out. You know when people take alcohol to the point of like pass out, like they were falling, they were collapsing, they were under some form of anointing. It was crazy. Then apart from that, too, I think the part that really shocks me was the way people were kissing. Ugh. What like a friend has told me before, one of the major rules like at carnival is don't lock eye with any like guy or girl, whatever. Don't lock eye. So instead of like don't look at people passionately, they'll just come towards you to for your lips. So you have to like try to not maintain eye contact. And I just saw like a guy, it was moving. Another guy came to him. I think they locked eye and stuff. They don't know each other from Adam. They just saw each other. They just start kissing passionately. Then another guy was coming. Then the guy joined. It was not like a trio. Then he kissed this one. Then he kiss. Wait. Then he kiss this one. I was like,
Huh?
wait, it was so like they shared a very passionate kiss, like the three of them. They don't know each other. They put that like that's the main point. They do not know each other from anywhere. And after like some minutes, they went their separate ways. Like nothing happened. I was like, oh, the Nigerian and the Yoruba in me was like, hey,
Wow.
wow. So it was just that. But like we had different bands playing. It was fun to an extent. And at some point I was waiting for my band, like the band I really wanted to see pass. And while waiting, my legs got weak and everything. I went to sit down and guess what happened? I slept off at the carnival. I slept off, bro. I feel like that just proved to me that I can sleep anywhere. Anywhere.
But you're getting old.
But I don't know if it's old age. I don't know. Like I was just so tired. I just sat down and I slept off. Yeah, I found that really interesting. So let's move on with our conversation. So the next thing I want to ask you now is some true or false questions to just kind of like break the ice and get us into today's conversation. The first one is Nigeria and Ghana are basically siblings who fight a lot, but we love each other so much. Do you think so?
Yeah, true. I feel like it's a friendly rivalry, right? We argue about almost everything: accents, the best jollof, the best country. argue about everything, but the reality is we can't do without each other. I think everyone knows this. We can't do without each other. Yeah.
Do you think, I mean, you work at a place where you get to see tourists come around and, they visit your restaurant and all. Do you think, have you had like Nigerian clients?
A lot.
Do you think you see them more as like one of you? Just, do you think there's this like like people are more friendly with them, like with you when you're Nigerian than when you're from any other African country? Is there that preferential treatment or the brother who doesn't extend to that level?
It does. It does. When you're Nigerian, they see you to be part of them, right? But the only problem, Ghanaians have trust issues, especially when it comes to Nigeria. When they hear you're Nigerian, it automatically gets them to be careful. They are friendly and all of that, but they've already psyched their mind that this person might hurt you, this person might steal from you. They have that mentality. So when they hear you're Nigerian, they are nice and careful at the same time. Yeah.
So is this a Nigerian thing where you kind of like you're skeptical about Nigerians?
Yes, it is. Nigeria has, excuse me, like a bad name because it's the same thing in Kenya too. I hear in Kenya when they know you're and the worst part is I feel like Kenyans are worse than Nigerians when it comes to swindling people and stealing from people that. But because everyone knows that Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that, everyone has heard the gist that Nigerians are like that. Kenyans are always very scared of Nigerians as well. So yeah, I think
this is very interesting. I was like, hey, small Ghana and Kenyans, I wasn't expecting like to see that you guys are this skeptical of Nigerians. Like it's so bad. Like I get the whole Nigerian bad PR. I mean, recently I saw a documentary on YouTube where they were talking about this Nigerian prince scam, a guy that scammed a white lady and stuff like that. And I'm like, how are people still falling for this Dubai prince scam to start with? I don't understand that part. They're now seeing like the Nigerian guy, and we have like these documentaries every now and then about Nigerian stuff. Even me, sometimes I get skeptical, but it's just like really weird. That's really sad. What did you say?
Do you guys have that in Brazil?
No. I don't think so. I'm even always very quick to introduce myself as a Nigerian. I would say in Brazil they really don't have like I don't think that bad PR really exists. It's just like the general what's this word now? The general idea they have of Africans, like, oh, maybe in Africa you guys are suffering, there's no good road, there's no food, there's no this. So when you introduce yourself to someone in Brazil as Nigerian, I think the first some of them don't even know where Nigeria is. Let's start from there. A lot of them don't know where, and I'm like, do you know where Nigeria is? Then if you find the ones that know, it's like oh, Brazil or Nigeria, which one do you think is better? Because like they believe you're here because maybe your country is not as good, and I think the other. So it's just like basically major like normal African stereotype. I mean, they would tell me that someone from Guinea-Bissau is my brother because we have the same skin tone or we're Africans and stuff. So they really can't tell the difference as much. But I think we even get preferential treatment as Nigerians, especially if you're Yoruba. There's more interest. They are more interested in you because there's this like cultural tie between Brazil and Nigeria. So it's like, oh, do you speak Yoruba? Say something for me, Yoruba. Oh, do you know that I can speak Yoruba? They ask them to say something and and you're like, oh, okay. All right, yes, you speak Yoruba. Or someone will be like, you're like, I'm Nigerian. They'll be like, oh, I visited your country. I was like, oh, when? They'll be like, they visited South Africa. And I'm like, so it's just those funny things. I don't think they really have this idea or see us as like fraudulent or stuff. No, it hasn't gotten here. I hope it doesn't get here. The next true or false question: East Africans are more chilled than West Africans. What do you think?
Yeah, mostly true. Mostly true. I feel like West Africans are more expressive. East Africans are more subtle, calm, and yeah, I think I'd agree to that. Yeah.
What do you mean by expressive? Like they don't talk a lot?
Like West Africans, we express things like loud joy, loud frustration, loud happiness, all of that. But with East Africans, it's like, yeah, they're indifferent. They're just there. Sometimes it's so annoying. I'm like, this is good. Why are you? They're just nonchalant, just like that. Go on.
Yeah, they're not as dramatic.
They're not as dramatic. They are calmer and more reserved than West Africans. Because even Ghanaians, Nigerians, whatever happens, but East Africans, no, they're not like that.
Do you know that I actually did not realize that Ghanaians are as dramatic as Nigerians until I visited a Ghanaian church in the US. I was like, hey, You guys are worse
Dramatic.
because you guys are dramatic. Like I feel like my first service there was my like was what gave me the eye opener. It was like, oh, we're during service, pastor will say something and you just say, yeah. As a point that tell my partner, I was like, it's like I've never attended a youthful church in my life before. Like why are we shouting? No, no, you guys are dramatic. Apart from apart from is there any other way you guys express like shock and stuff, like any other
No,
thing
it's
you say?
actually it's actually a A. I mean, everyone says it. It's every you would definitely hear that from a Ghanaian in the space of a 30 minutes. If you're having a conversation, they are always
Mhm.
saying, they're
It's
always saying.
sweet. It's sweet. Hey, on to the next question. Hey, Ghana hits different when you return as an adult. True or false?
Yeah, true, true. Cause it's different environment and it's you're an adult. You're not a baby anymore. Now you have to like look for opportunities, realize that this is an
Mm,
opportunity and make good use of it. And at the same time, know your social surrounding. Do you understand? And
mm-hmm.
find your way around it. Yeah, so yeah, I'd have to agree to that.
You know, on this particular one, I feel like we still talk more on it, like you integrating back to the society. Like I would ask in a different question because I'm really interested to know how that process was like for you. But yeah, the next one, Nigeria toughened you up. True or false?
Oh yes, very true, very true.
So you think Nigeria is tougher? Like the situation in Nigeria is actually like tougher
No,
than.
how do I say this? Nigeria teaches you speed, teaches you confidence.
Mm.
You had to be on your toes. Like my phone was heating up, I guess. So
Is
I'm
this still
back.
your phone you joined with?
Yes.
Ha. What are the chances it would not hit up again? But let's quickly continue. Alright. What was I asked? Nigeria toughened you up. Then you were
Yeah, and
explaining.
I was saying with regards decision making, with regards confidence, self
Mm,
awareness, Nigeria just teaches you speed. The environment is fast paced. Yes, so
mm-hmm.
it
Okay. Nigeria is actually like too fast paced. Like when I compare it to like Brazil, Brazil is very chill. Very. If you're not careful, you'll be behind. Everyone is so calm. Like they're just taking life as it comes. But like in Nigeria, we're just always going after something. It has its like pros and cons as well. But yeah, this next one, I want you to say true. You have to just say true. Because the answer is true. Nigeria jollof is superior. Just say true. The answer is true.
different. I'm indifferent. I mean
I mean, you've tasted the two.
I'm
Come and settle the
indifferent.
fight for us.
They
Which is
both
better?
they,
Be
they
diplomatic
both
here.
taste good. I won't lie. Nigeria good. Ghanaian jollof. I'm not trying to be diplomatic, but really they both taste good.
Okay. Are you sure? So none is better than the other. They are both
Um
on the same level.
no. They are both
Oh, you guys, your Ghanaian sister has chickened out. Yeah. But I believe that Nigeria jollof is superior. From my own POV, I
no.
mean, I've
They
never
both
even had Ghana jollof before in my life. But yeah.
see there's
Okay.
even a high possibility that you can tell the difference. That's how
Really?
competitive it is. Yeah, it both tastes I mean
Really? Oh, is
I'm
this
indifferent. I think that's the
is
same.
it the same recipe? Is it the same recipe, like the same way of putting everything together?
Yes, I think the only problem is Ghanaians, they have their rice is different from Nigerian rice. Yeah, their rice is different from Nigerian rice.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this one, Ghanaian men and Nigerian men are very different when it comes to dating.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Ghanaian men are different from Nigerian men. Yes, very, very true. The difference
Explain
is
how.
Nigerian men are more expressive. Nigerian men are more direct. They know what they want. They are good for
Mhm.
it. They go, yeah. But Ghanaian men are more subtle and like they pursue patiently and all of that. A Nigerian man will go all out, like loud. And
Mm.
Kenyan women love Nigerian men. I hear Kenyan women love Nigerian men because of that. They know what they want.
Mm.
The Ghanaian men is
I feel like the love for Nigerians is like Nigeria is a very is it polemic country. It's just a very controversial country in the sense that you see a Nigerian person, your first instinct is to like protect yourself, like the way you explained when it comes to like Kenya, Ghana, you're trying to like be very skeptical about them. You don't know their intention, but at the same time, you want a Nigerian man to love you, and I think. We've been able to create this narrative of Nigerian men are caring, Nigerian men will go all out via movies as well because I mean we have Nigerian women in Nigeria like shouting that Nigerian men are showing them shege. So I think it's just movies and or maybe realistically, they are just different. Because I was speaking to a Brazilian friend as well, and she was talking about how you go on dates with Brazilian guys, and people are sharing the bill. Like, he's bringing out his card, you're bringing out your card because you guys have to split the bill. You pay for your food, you pay for his food, and he's not coming to pick you at home with his car. So he's not sending Uber over. Like, you have to like take your own Uber and stuff like that. And it's like they don't treat you like a no princess treatment. So yeah, I see. I Ghanaian men. I know
No,
you
I
can't say
mean,
generally, but like just
I
from your encounter with some of them.
quite a lot. I dated just one, so I, I can speak for that one person. I can speak for that one person.
Yeah.
But stingy, especially when they like you. When a Ghanaian man likes you, he goes all out.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, but still very soft.
Mm.
The Nigerian man is loving you loudly. He's doing all of this, but yeah, man,
Training you.
you want to be here or you want to be there. Yeah, so that's just the difference.
Okay, okay. So let's talk about you a bit. Yeah. Were you born in Nigeria or Ghana? Do you know? I don't know. Like,
Born
I
in
was like, how have I been friends with you and I don't know this?
Ile-Ife. I was born in
Okay,
Nigeria.
so also you were born in Ile-Ife, you grew up there literally, you did your school and everything, and you only returned like you only went back to Ghana after you had finished your university. So before you like relocated to Ghana, would you say that did you have like frequent visits to Ghana before then, or you had never visited prior to that moment?
Frequent visits, but it wasn't really like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
those were. But I had it wasn't frequent, but yeah, I was visiting. I was visiting.
Okay. So when you were in Nigeria, did you feel like did you ever feel like you were treated differently because of maybe your name or your nationality, or you just felt so Nigerian and you felt like you integrated like properly? Because
No, I
yeah.
said because when I was in Nigeria, when you ask me the name, I tell you I'm Ghanaian. Because yeah, I'm Ghanaian.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was there was this preferential treatment in school when I go out.
Okay. So you felt Nigerian enough to be Nigerian. Like you didn't feel different in any way.
No,
You just got the peck of not being fully or having dual nationality.
yeah,
Okay, so how
yeah.
about going back to Ghana? I mean, you relocated after school to start a life in Ghana. How was that integration like for you? Was it challenging? I remember like we used to have conversations then when you're like, they had a thing, they would beef you just for your accent. Like they needed you to speak like a Ghanaian to get a job. So how was that process like for you? What were these like things you had to face for just growing up in Nigeria, like after returning to the
I think it was quite easy. It was quite easy because Nigeria and Ghana is not that different. Do you understand? It's just they have differences,
Mm-hmm.
of course. They are still very much similar. Integrating was kind of easy, but the only problem was I had was communication. Their communication style here is different from the communication style in Nigeria, and
Nigeria?
integration
Uh-huh.
is easy or difficult when it comes to socialization, the social rhythm. So if you're able to hack that, integration will be easy. So I think I realized that early enough, and I'm like, oh, okay. I think if I really try to understand their social life, how they do their things, it will be much easier. But apart from that, every other thing was easy. It was just the communication and being able to socialize. That was the only thing. But integration was quite easy.
Oh, okay. So what was like what is okay when we're talking about communication style, yeah, is the only difference just like the accents, the difference in the accents, or are there other things, maybe the way we greet each other, or the way you just get close to people? What are those differences that exist in the communication style?
Okay, so with the accent, I'm able to change. I'm able to switch. So every time I go for interviews and people ask me, what school did you attend? And I mention Obafemi
Hmm.
Awolowo, they don't know that school. And they're like, where's that one? What parts? I'm like, I studied in Nigeria.
Great and fair. Are they whining? What was
They
that?
don't know, right? Like, they don't know any. A few people know when I started working when I
Mm-hmm.
started managing restaurants and I was meeting the elderly ones, the ones that have traveled, that are well
Mm-hmm.
traveled. Obafemi Awolowo, yes, that was quite easy. But when I say communication, it was more like you are not part of us. You stayed in Nigeria. Are you sure you
Mm-hmm.
can? Do you understand? But the The one thing I'll be very grateful to my parents for was being able to teach us the language. Their language is very important.
Mm,
The tree is very, very important in Ghana. If I didn't know
mm-hmm,
how to speak, it would have been very difficult for me. It would have been so difficult.
mm-hmm.
So when that and then they talked to me in tree. When I was going to get my Ghanaian passport, I actually went for the interview in Lagos. It was so many years ago. I was still young. But they told my
Mm-hmm.
parents themselves. So they left. And then we had the interview one-on-one, right? They
Mm-hmm.
spoke in their native language in Lagos. If you don't
Wow.
know language or you know how, you would have to find the justification why they should actually pay.
Yeah.
So the language is very, very important there. I'm so grateful to my parents for teaching us how to speak the language, So it was easy for me to mix. So a lot of people, sometimes when people talk to me, they forget that I didn't stay here because I just made sure
Yeah.
go properly well here with them. So that's
Well, like you said so many things that I find interesting actually. But okay, so the first one is, with people that are like, let's say Nigerian American or Nigerian Brazilian or just like cultures that are very people that are outside of, I hear you.
yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Yeah, those kind of people, yeah, I know that they usually have the issue of not feeling out of place in both societies. Like you don't feel American enough to be American, but you're American, and you don't feel like Nigerian enough as well. But in your case now, let's say I think you felt like Nigerian enough, but at some point you didn't feel like Ghanaian enough, which I find weird because it's like same continent. I know different cultures and stuff, but like the fact that they were calling it out and telling you that you're not one of us, as like you had to prove yourself that you're actually a Ghanaian. So like
Yeah.
that's quite very very interesting. But what are the things you think you did to just to go past that phase of life? Like what are the things you think you did you stop talking about your school? Did you stop talking about your Nigerian like history to people that you're meeting for the first time? How did you just move past that phase of you're not Ghanaian enough? What did you do to be Ghanaian enough?
So when they ask you what's your name and you tell them your surname, you tell them your surname, they know you're Ghanaian. Before,
Mm-hmm.
I was quick to. Oh, I'm actually not Ghanaian. I just moved to Ghana.
You thought you were going to
I
get the special treatment that you were getting in Nigeria when
You said it.
when you saw
I
them.
was treatment. I'm like, okay, now that I know this, I would stop TMI. I would stop TMI. So when you ask me, where are you from? I'm from the Ashanti region. And the Ashanti regions are like, they know that the Ashanti regions are the Ghanaians. So I'm like, okay, it's time to claim my heritage, my culture, my actual culture. Leave Nigeria and all of that.
Uh-huh.
The only time I mention Nigeria is when maybe they now probe for that and ask, what school did you attend? What secondary school did you go to?
Mm-hmm.
But if we are not going there, I'm not mentioning anything Nigeria. I'm not going to say anything about Nigeria. Nope, nothing at
and
all.
and,
I'm
and
sticking to my Ghanaian roots.
you're sticking to your Ghanaian root, to the Ashanti region. How did you
Yeah,
pronounce it? God, I was cramming it because I wanted to say it's not region. You didn't say region. You said say it again. Say region in Ghana.
it's region. They pronounce that region.
Region, Ashanti region, region. Talking
That's
about unity and
Ghana.
do you think Ghanaians feel like they have like a superior accent to like
Yeah,
Nigerians? Do you guys feel like you speak better than us?
yes, yes, 101%. Like when do you know what happened a few days ago? I met
Uh
this
huh.
Nigerian at the restaurant, and I think she was struggling getting an Uber, and I
Uh
just went to
huh.
her. "Oh, hi, good afternoon. Are you okay? Do you need something?" And immediately she
Mhm.
spoke. Like her accent was Igbotic, if there's something like that. Like her English was
If they drag you by your braids today on this you
no.
know.
In that moment, Ghanaian English is good. Come on, what are you saying?
See,
This was just
F you, shut up.
speaking like
No, okay,
what's
because you guys
wrong?
are saying because you guys are saying hey, you think you're better than us. Hey,
Ghanaian, like, okay, now I see how this feels. Like, why are you speaking English? One girl like you. Yeah,
that's not a nice
I
thing to say though.
feel like I need
Yeah,
to be
I
there.
think I think you guys have a general way. I know you guys have like multiple ethnic groups and different like internal language. Apart from Twi, there are other languages that are spoken in Ghana, right? Yeah, and in a way, those other languages do not influence your English. You guys have like a general way of speaking English. Is that it? So, like, we, our ethnic groups, our local languages influence like the way we speak English. Like Yoruba you have Yoruba accents. Then there's the general way as well. So like Igbo, it kind of influences your English.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's why you guys. But let me just put it out there. You guys, your English is not better than ours.
I I beg
It's
to differ.
not. It's not.
I,
You guys are just wanna be. I don't know. You guys, your phonetics go is not phonetic
no,
thing. I don't
really.
know what you're doing.
Of this. Think of this. Someone coming to you and saying intonation. Like, bro, what are you saying? What's intonation? What's that?
English is
Intonation.
not our mother tongue. We're colonized by them. We're not trying to appeal to the colonizers. You guys are still like going after the colonizers. Who cares? But let me tell you, did you experience reverse culture shock when you like returned to Ghana? Like, did you see some things that you felt were weird because we're not used to seeing them in Nigeria? Anything like that's what you have mentioned?
I could talk about this topic for hours. Every day I find new culture. Every day, every day. I could talk about, I have like a long list of things. I think the first one was I went out. I went out at
Mm-hmm.
night, midnight. It
Mm-hmm.
was about 1 a.m. and I was in the Uber and the traffic lights went red. And this guy actually stopped. What's happening? Why are we stopping? The red light was on for about 10-15 minutes. And we were there. At some point, I was going to ask him, maybe it's sports. Let's just go. The guy was actually standing there. I was like, okay, wow, this is total obedience. Obedience. I'm not even going to lie. I was shocked. The fact that I thought it was midnight. I mean, it's midnight. Everyone is sleeping. Let's just break the rules. While we standing, while we
So,
waiting.
so what are you trying to say? What point are you
The
trying to
obvious.
drive at?
I mean, the obvious, but I'm not going to dwell on that. And there was something. There was something else. I came a week after I moved to Ghana. I was going to buy something by the roadside, and I was crossing the road, and all the cars stopped. Like all the cars stopped for me to cross. I didn't ask for it. They just saw that I was going to cross, and they stopped. And I'm like, I was very shocked. I have to look. Who has
God.
stopped? Oh my god! And the guy was like, "No, you don't need to run. Don't run. Just walk. They'll wait for you. You people don't have better things to do in your time, do you?"
You know why I'm laughing so hard? Because these are
Right.
like normal things that could be happening in same countries that you're mentioning, but unfortunately, these are
Yeah.
normal things, normal things. But is there anyone that is actually out of like the normal? You don't have to paint Ghana in good light. You don't have to say only the good things. Any cultural shock that that's
None that I can actually think of right now. None that I can think of right now.
so you're I don't even know how to feel on this episode. But let's talk about your business. I mean, you flew business class to did you go to Rwanda first or Kenya?
Yeah, I went to Rwanda first and then Kenya. And
You
then
went
I
to
came back
Rwanda
to Rwanda.
first. Okay. And I know these trips, you were going to like set things in motion for your own company that you're starting now. How would you say, what has it been like putting a company together? How do you feel?
I wouldn't say burdened. I feel it's a lot. It's a lot because I didn't know it would be this hard. When the idea came, the person that ran the idea by me was actually focusing on the good parts, obviously. And I thought for a moment, the person just said it. I was going to be on my own. Like I would have to fend for myself. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I ready for that. I was very ready for that. It's like I'm doing like everything. I'm doing everything. I'm doing all the meetings. I'm looking for all the people. I'm doing all the marketing. I didn't think of that. I'm like, oh, I'll get people. But right now, I realize that it's not easy owning your own, doing your own thing, having your own, especially
Yeah.
a tour company. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's a lady who operates a tour company right opposite our restaurants, the restaurants I manage, and
Mm-hmm.
she looks so good. But sometimes she comes to the office in the gym. Yeah, she's coming from the gym. She's very young. I'm sure she'll be in her late 30s or early 40s. She has a tour company. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
life must be good for this lady. I mean, but I was like,
Hmm.
I had not even thought of owning one, but there was a day I
Mm-hmm.
was talking. This place, I've never really seen people come inside. Are you sure she's making money? I was just a random thought. But when I realized how hard I'm like, no, I respect her more. Like, I respect her so much because it's like she's a lady doing her own thing and she gets people.
Mm-hmm.
She gets, how long did he take? So I asked a couple of people, what's up with this lady? Like, she's been in the industry for so long. So yeah, it's been very tough. It's been very, very tough. I'm always having to read
Sorry.
about things, look for people,
Bele.
the right target. Yeah. So that's how it's been.
Like I feel like most times when I get frustrated by the capitalism world and just the hustle part of everything, I randomly think about starting something for myself. But I'm very much aware that starting anything is hard. Maybe because of the podcast that I'm trying to put together and stuff. So it's like I don't even want to go into it. That's why I think the last time we spoke about your business, I was like, bro, it's either you make it or you make it.
Mhm.
There is, you can't back out, you can't give up. You just have to, it just has to, like, it has to work out. So like it's a lot you're going through. Don't worry, I'm sending you hugs.
Thank
So currently you're
I
planning your first trip, right? Your first
I
trip with your, yeah. So how is that going? Are you excited about that? What's this trip about? You want to talk about the trip a bit? I mean, you can have Ghanaians that would want to go on this trip, listen to this podcast. What do you think?
my coming trip. I was very excited when the whole idea came out. I was very excited.
Mm-hmm.
But when it writing to people, writing to putting things in place, because it's like you are the one taking care of people. You're taking care of grown adults. Like, they are trusting you
Mm-hmm.
to take an adventure, and you have to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. You should not leave anything
Mm-hmm.
out. Yeah, they're
Mm-hmm.
trip, getting cars, finding drivers you can trust in other countries where you don't even stay. When I started realizing that, I'm like, my excitement started waning down. But I mean, right now I'm still very excited. Yes, I'm planning my trip. It's an Easter trip, and it's from the 1st of April to the 8th of April. We are doing two countries, Rwanda and Kenya. I will spend more time in
Mm-hmm.
Kenya. I found a lot of exciting places, resorts, and the likes in Kenya. Very calm places people would love. And I can't wait to go on my trip. I can't wait to go on my trip.
Can I come on that trip
Yes, ma.
without
Bring it.
paying money? Like, let's collaborate. Let's collab. We record a podcast episode in Kenya.
No.
Should I
That's
send my
not
proposal? Should I say I can
just
assist? I can pack bags for the people. Only you can't do the work. I'll pack bags. I'll there ensure that people are having a
it's
great
just
time. I'll check in on them. I'll prepare the breakfast because I know you'll be giving
no
them free breakfast or something.
breakfast. I've done that with the hotels. Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you. You're
Yeah,
far.
I'm so
See, I
excited
can't
for you.
go on a vacation, a girl's trip or something. I can't wait. I can't wait. I got you guys.
I can't wait. So I can't wait for God to butter our bread, bro. Because now I feel like we're still hustling mode. I don't know. It's like we just need to make so much money. Yeah, I can't wait for all the trips to start like materializing when we get to go out and just, yeah. I can't wait for those things, good things to happen. Okay, so I think there's this question I have. I know you said you've dated only one person in Ghana, but would you say like there more like faithful guys? Like, the dating expectation, is it properly communicated? Are men more level headed? You kind of compared them a bit, but I just wanted to like know the dating scene. Is it crazier than Nigeria, basically?
It is, but I feel like Nigerians have a higher number of men that cheat than Ghanaians.
Where did
Because
you get your stats from?
I've dated I have Nigerian men are from
You've not tried out Ghanaian men. Like, you've not really gone through a lot of
no,
Ghanaian men for you to
I
come
have
to this
I have
conclusion. Yeah.
relationship. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I check both, but I feel like Nigerian men cheat a lot. Ghanaian men cheat too, but do you know the worst part about Ghanaian men? They are not as swift as Nigerian men. If I when I dated a Ghanaian guy I dated, it was so quick to catch him when he was doing things because there's no sense you want to use for me that Nigerian men have not used for
You're
me.
not
There's
slick.
not that's what you want to do it. Like, yeah, that it was just quick for me. You have done this. I mean, why are you doing this? Koda now. It's not fair. So yeah, I
No,
feel
totally.
dating thing
Yeah.
is yeah,
The,
Nigerian
Ni-
men are
the Nigerian men, from like what we hear and even movies we watch, is like they are just very good with it. They're good at it. Okay, so I think,
Strategically
what did
cheat.
you say? Yeah, they're very strategic. So, this morning when I woke up, I went on Instagram and I saw two like different news that got me really sad about women that were molested. A woman was raped. A lady was raped in her house. That was really, really sad and heartbreaking. Another one was raped by her uncle when she was just 8. Just 8. And we have more women talking about these things now because we have people that are being vocal and supporting them and stuff. So I just wanted to know what gender roles that women's right looks like in these countries you visited. I kind of think Kenya is very forward when it comes to this. I'm not sure, but like
Yeah.
from what you know, from what you've seen, from what you've experienced, do you think how do you think gender roles are? Like, we can focus on Nigeria and Ghana, so you're not too confused. Do you think they are more rigid? Is Ghana more progressive? Like, are women's rights more respected, or are they hammering on submission as much?
So with Ghana, they are very, very progressive. They are way ahead of Nigerians. Women are much more protected in Ghana. The women
Mm-hmm.
rights are protected in Ghana because, like, for example, domestic violence. You beat a woman, if she goes to the police station, and they will come back to arrest you that same day. It's like that.
Mm-hmm.
You hit my when I first came, I think months later, this couple was fighting in the compound I was staying, and he hit
Mm-hmm.
his wife. The wife went to the police station. They arrested the guy. That was my first
Mm-hmm.
practical. That was when I actually saw that. I'm like, oh, this is actually good. So women are more protected in Ghana than men. The society favors women in Ghana so much, like so much. Sometimes I feel like they're even being partial sometimes. And let me also cite this example. In Ghana, this actually it was a cultural shock for me. In Ghana, when you're a baby mama, it's actually a plus. Like, you're a baby mama, you've given birth to 1, 2 kids. It's a plus. No one would shame you for that. No one would. They do it
Really?
with pride. Yes, they do it with pride here. They do it with pride here. I have what my
Oh.
has 3 kids with different fathers, and she's currently living with
Mm-hmm.
another man, and no one shame like you didn't shame the person. It's like that's in Ghana. So women actually they have the upper hand in Ghana than in Nigeria. Who are you to come out and say that you are you're a baby mama or you have 2 kids for different husbands and all of that? Like in Ghana, they are
Yeah,
generally.
Nigeria is not like, I mean, even when these countries are progressive, it does not mean that violence does not exist. It does not mean that sexual assault does not exist, but it just means that you kind of trust your government to protect you in some way. And it's just sad to see that in Nigeria, we've not even gotten there. And people are talking about dead feminism. Like, we've not gotten anywhere. Even here in Brazil, I got a text, like a WhatsApp text from their like government and stuff, telling me like, oh, remember, as you're going for carnival, if anybody does anything to you without your consent, you can always come to the police station or call this number for help. Like, they are just really looking out for their women, and it's just so sad that we've not gotten anywhere in Nigeria. And the thing is, when you're talking about baby mamas, I remember that I think last week I saw, because I watch Yoruba movies. Yeah, I'm putting it as a
Yes.
disclaimer, and it's not something I'm so proud of because of their plots. Their plots are crazy, very stupid sometimes, but I watch them. So last week I saw this
Reduces one
Yoruba movie, and what is it?
their plot reduces one's IQ. My opinion though. But let's go. I'm
Oh,
listening.
yo, I watch them because I don't need a lot of brain cells to understand. So I just like watch very passively. So this particular one now, they did it where they painted like a single mom. And this is not the first movie I'm watching where they tend to paint single mothers as loose women who cannot make decisions for themselves. And where this law of what's this law, this stupid law that Ben talk about. That one that's like, oh, when you've had something with a woman, you can always like have access to her. Frank, it's the name of a guy that's that law. Do you know it? Oh,
Clueless.
okay. So there's
Nope.
one law like that, Sha. I can't remember. Oh, there's one law. I've watched the movie about it as well. Sha, this particular lady, she's a single mother, left her husband, got married to a different man. The husband came back into her life, and somehow she slept with him again and impregnated her again. And I'm like, can we just stop this PR against bad PR against single mothers? Like, having a kid for someone is not the end of the world, and does not mean you always go back to them. So yeah, it's nice to see that there's actually a culture, a country where women are not treated as second used things, or because they
Use
kind of objectify us just because, oh, you have a kid or something like that. It's nice to see that. Now I feel like being a Ghanaian or something. But yeah, to round off this.
When you're a woman in Ghana, safe. You're very safe. My colleague, I have my colleague, and she says every time she says this year, I think I want to actually give birth to one baby. She's 23, and I mean, no one would. It's your decision. You want to give birth, go ahead, do it, do it. And
Do
when
they
I
pay
was
child
also
support though?
no, 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 they don't. You fend for your thing. You just hustle and take care of yourself and and your kid. But really, it's really good. Seriously, let me just chip this in. The area boys in Ghana, they are also, you can trust them. You can actually trust them to protect you. Because of the type of work I do, I close very late, and when I go to the roadside to pick a bus or to take a cab, you see the area boys waiting around. Like, I don't know them. I didn't call them to protect me or anything, but it's just and I really appreciated that, because I'm like, why are you people? At first, when it happened the first time, I thought they were actually coming to rob me, but it was weird that they were standing by me just for me to get it. When I got a car, they left. I'm like, really? So the next, I had to go there and look for
That's very
that thing.
interesting.
So women are actually very
Oh,
protected in
that,
Ghana.
that's really nice to know. Okay, so we've had like a very interesting, very, I feel like my the listeners of the pod will see me in a different light on today's episode because I've said some things that I shouldn't have said, maybe. And we just had a very interesting conversation about Selena, what she does, Ghana, Nigeria. And yes, we have a goal for this pod. If you've listened to this point, thank you so much. So the goal is for us to get to 1K subscribers, like a subscriber counts real by the end of the year. So I think we're currently on 308 or so, or 315. I can't remember. We started the year with 288. So if you're watching, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, all those nice things. Please, I'm begging you. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast, just follow and rate us 5 stars, 5 star only.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Selena, let's quickly play a game before we call it an episode. I want you to rank Nigeria, Ghana, which is better. So one, better music scene, Nigeria, Ghana, Nigeria. Better fashion, Nigeria, Ghana.
Nigeria.
More dramatic, Nigeria, Ghana.
Nigeria. Both.
More
But yeah,
conservative,
Nigeria.
Nigeria, Ghana. More
Ghana.
conservative, Ghana. Better street food, Nigeria, Ghana.
Ghana.
Better party culture, Nigeria, Ghana.
Nigeria.
Better hospitality, Nigeria, Ghana.
Ghana.
Yeah?
101%. Ghana.
I mean, your company is in Ghana. I wasn't expecting to say anything different. Better dating vibes, Nigeria, Ghana.
Nigeria.
So Nigeria actually won this round. So it's safe to say Nigeria is the giant of West Africa.
That's
Maybe.
better.
We won this round, duh. We won this round.
We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you.
You have no choice. But yeah, it was really, really nice talking to you. I mean, this is like my most, I don't know, I feel like I just had fun having like recording this episode with you. We're just like breezing through and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Do you have anything you like to say before you leave?
Thank you for having me. This is my first time being on a podcast and it actually felt good. Thank you for having me. Please
Yeah, you did
listen,
so well.
like, and share. This is the only podcast.
Would you like?
Would I what?
That's cute. That's cute. Would you like to share your social media handle?
Yes, please. Instagram, TikTok, African Fun Trip, Africa Fun Trip. Website www.africanfuntrip.com. Pretty easy to navigate.
Yeah, actually, it's going to be easy to find. Thank you so much, and I hope you have like a great. I hope your first trip, your first fun trip goes better than planned, better than expected, and you have a great time. And yeah, you figure things out as you go. All right, love. Bye. Take care.
Thanks so much for having me. Bye.
Okay. All right. So I've